work in live events.
Yeah.
So I'd normally work on rock and roll shows and arena and stadium tours, things like that. So I haven't had. I've had one gig since the beginning of March.
Wow.
So it's 6 months. So it's 2 days' work that was since the beginning of March.
Yeah.
And I run my own business, so I'm effectively self-employed because I'm the only employee of my limited company.
All right.
And basically, I was listening to the announcement today. He's basically told me I'm not allowed to work because I'm now no longer considered a viable business. I've been building my career for over 10 years now, and through no fault of my own, I have no work for 6 months, but now I don't get any support because I'm not viable, because I can't support myself through this time, which seems... This is
the part of the announcement which I think is got such more of a sad face, in the sense that, like you're saying, not everyone is going to get support. I mean, you know, if you'd come to see me in my other work, I would be asking, you know, I'll be doing a benefits calculation for you to find out where you could potentially go to get some support. Because the reality is you are going to be, like many other people, having to apply for potentially a whole raft of benefits just so that you can get to that point where you can, you know, go and look for potentially alternative work.
Exactly. I think a lot of people. So I've obviously got a lot of friends who work in my industry as well, who obviously haven't had work. There have been many companies that have folded or have had to lay off all of their staff, a lot of people have had to pick up, completely change their career options, and may never come back to our industry, which means that our industry loses very talented people.
Yeah, I can see.
But I mean, Asher, it will come back at some point. Nobody can say when that will be. It's clearly not going to come back in the next 6 months. I think we all know that.
That'll be 12 months without work.
Yeah, I know.
I've earned £600 in the last 6 months from doing my main job.
Have you applied for any benefits?
I don't want to.
I know.
A very matter of pride that I don't
Please,
want to.
put that pride in the drawer, because you need food.
Have you looked at doing other types of work in the interim?
I'm currently doing manual labour. Instead of my skilled job of £300 or £400 a day, I'm now being paid £60, £70 a day for throwing things in a skip. And that's what I'm having to do. And I'm also buying and selling Lego on eBay in order to turn a profit on that, and making things and selling them on Etsy. So I'm finding things to do and finding things to make, but it's not my career.
No, of course it isn't. But desperate times call for desperate measures.
Exactly. I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Exactly right. And I think there are so many people in that situation. And I mean, I was going to say you shouldn't feel that because of pride you shouldn't apply for benefits.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I can remember when I was unemployed for 6 months or so in the late 1990s, I didn't apply for benefits, and I'm trying to think: was it because I was too proud? I think it was because I felt I didn't need it at the time, so I didn't apply.
Well, there's a little bit of that as well. So there will probably be people far worse than me.